Hello and welcome back to Oceania for match 2, which is going to be Renegades versus Direwolves. Renegades, of course, being the ex-Vox team of Azza and Co, SPUNJ, blah, 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 blah. And Direwolves, both these teams have perfect records so far in the FACEIT League. Again, it's still early stages, but still both perfect records. So one of these teams is going to go home a sore loser. And one of these teams will prove victorious, but which one? We will soon find out. Let's have a look at the odds here. We can see that Renegades, of course, being the strongest team in Oceania, 78%, again, with a fantastic international performance recently. We saw them at Gfinity. They were absolutely beasting people. Didn't make it to FACEIT land. It was Immunity. He will be in our last match of tonight as well. I'm sure we'll be vying for that #1 spot. We'll see how things go over the coming weeks and months between those two teams and whether or not XR5 can get up there as well. But let's not forget Direwolves here. Also have a perfect record so far in the league. However, you wouldn't really bet against anyone. You wouldn't bet against Renegades. Almost called them Vox. It's getting so confusing now. You would not bet against Renegade against almost any team in Oceania. So 78%, probably a fair percentage there. This is going to be on Inferno. So this is our 4th Inferno in 5 matches in Oceania. So seems Inferno is quite favoured there. So I believe we are straight into the pistol. Indeed we are. SPUNJ heading over towards the B bomb site with a teammate. That's going to be JKS. In fact, there are 3 headed over towards B for Renegades in the pistol. You might see a timing nade down Banana over the over that door there, but there's nobody on Banana right now for Direwolves. Maybe expecting some nades. Only decoys. So I think we might have a 5-man push here into the pit. Havoc going to find himself 2. Which is going to be, those will be 2 important frags, but Pit is now in control of the Direwolves. The bomb plant should be coming in soon. Bomb still needs to get onto the site, however. 4 versus 3, and the bomb not going down here is going to allow Renegades to rotate. JKS getting a frag onto Sico. DANZ getting a frag as well, and the bomb's down. This is a disaster for Direwolves. Only a Wizard remains, and he's got 2 people to find and 28 health to do it with. I don't know why, but the bomb seemed to be stuck somewhere between pit and balcony for the longest time for Direwolves. And they could lose this round without even getting the plant. Look where the bomb is on your radar. This is not a good situation at all. It's basically in no man's land. There's still half a minute for the last player, Wizard, to play with. He's going to slowly pick up the bomb. And he should get the plant now. The worst case scenario should be in the bag. That smoke will give the game away here for Renegades, and they will push. 2-pronged assault, crossfire coming in. Wizard with a flash, which will do nothing. He'll avoid the nade there, but that smoke will help him maybe get a 1 versus 1. Gonna try and duel with SPUNJ, but now he's in trouble, going down in the corner. And to be honest, I'm just happy that they got the plant there, because I was just keeping an eye on the mini-map, and the bomb was almost just not moving for ages. Not sure what the issue was. Maybe just trying to cross through the gunfire was the problem, and JKS put a stop to that cross. But Direwolves, at least they got the bomb plant in the end. Round will go to Renegades, however. P90 coming out for JKS. And JKS was the player who once, I think it was on Cash, I want to say, or Cash, excuse me. But he didn't get killed a single time. Quite a memorable match, but Direwolves just opting for the P250s and the Tech 9 onto Wizard. Oh, that P90 doing work down Banana. Azza coming in for a MP7 kill as well. 4 versus 1 now, bomb down, and this round is pretty much done. DANZ with a P250 kill onto Havoc. Oh, he could get himself another one here, but just couldn't find the angle. Yaman coming in for the kill. If he got that kill, actually, then who knows what could have happened afterwards. And that would have been significant damage to the C2 economy. Lots of armor having to be rebought. We'll see some M4s come out. FAMAS onto SPUNJ. Or SPUNJ if your name's Dan. JKS will continue with the P90. P90, if I'm not mistaken, actually costs a bit more than the FAMAS. I think it's 2,350 versus 2,250. Valuable gun. Especially for straight up harassment through smoke. Havoc getting taken down top mid. Maybe going for a peek while at P90 makes a rattle on Banana. Banana firmly in control of the Renegades now. 4 versus 4. Renegades will bolster the A defense for all of a second as Yaman falls to DANZ. Direwolves with a chance to break Renegades early here. However, they still need to make it to the site. You can see Azza peeking for an aggressive position on to Boiler. A frag he will find. JKS coming in as well. So Renegades taking control of this map once again. Now, RBZ needs to find himself some headshots because he has 8 HP. Trying to protect himself with the pillar, but it's not going to work. So I'm guessing RBZ is for my benefit, although I'm sure we were told it was Rerbs before, but apparently it's RBZ. So there we go. Point taken. Noted, Mr. RBZ. I might just call you Rerbs for the troll now. 3-0 to Renegades. Direwolves finding himself a Nico. Oh! The destruction! That nade was... Oh dear, what a perfectly timed Molotov as well. I don't even know what to say. I just want to witness the carnage. Somebody call the cops. Oh, that was violence. That was violence. Small note there, you saw JKS trying to shoot the M4 Knight to his teammate to pick it up before the round ended. However, he was unable to prevail, which means more money will be spent by the CT side. Let's have a look at the money remaining afterwards. Got some players around 2 to 3k, not terrible. AWP coming out for Sico. Havoc gonna rock with the MP7, such confidence from Renegades. And again, this is something we spoke about yesterday in the Oceanic cast, I believe it was. Sometimes people, after their buy round comes in, they will continue with guns like an MP7 into the following round. When the Ts do this, it means life is more expensive for the CTs because they've got to rock the helmets. Yam gonna find the first frag into apps. Even if he went down, the trade was ready for Renegades. BlackouT looking, but he will not find as they have now exited the apps. Great play from Renegades there. RBZ gonna take down JKS. And that will cause a rotation for the Renegades as the B-bomb site is without personnel. Banana is without information. In fact, they'll send 2 people over towards the B-bomb site. Direwolves still trying to find out exactly what's going on here. They've got 35 seconds left to do it. They're going to need to push a site soon. The bomb is currently in the middle of mid, and it seems they're headed towards B. Was that Havoc? No, SPUNJ looking for the peak there. SPUNJ and Havoc to hold the B-bomb site. Here comes the push. CT is smoked. No nades from the CTs. SPUNJ to fall. Azza with 2 frags. Those are massive frags, leaving his team with a smidgen of hope. But look at the health on the CT players. Havoc and Yam, 14 and 12 respectively. And now we have a retake with an MP7, which is not ideal, especially with the armor and the full health of these 2 players. Just Havoc with the MP7 to try and hold it. That smoke didn't go where he wanted it to. The shot missed by Sico. Fortunately, Wizard will come in with the save. And Direwolves get their first round on the board here versus Renegades. AWP Pit Viper. So, what are Renegades going to opt for? They're getting smokes. There's a nade onto Havoc. I really want to know where and when. Specifically when he uses that. If it's a timing nade. Or if it's coming out straight away. Indeed, it's going to go straight down Banana and do next to no damage. 5-7's coming out, but the frags were going the way of Direwolves. Renegades with 2 frags. If they can pick up these weapons, then maybe the Sico gets a bit interesting. But for now, it's a 3 versus 3. A very fast 3 versus 3. Direwolves with 2 AKs in New York to contest with. Now things are getting really bad for Direwolves because the CT side have got an AK in their hands. Not for long though. SPUNJ going down. Just left to Yam. But he's only got 2 to find. Found himself a 1 versus 1, but the AK would prove stronger than the 5-7. They did colossal damage in that round, however, Direwolves put their second on the board. While we have a short pause here again, guys, make sure you follow the channel. 575k followers, and we give away a bayonet, Crimson Web minimal wear, and a field tested HAL, and maybe something else. I have to look in the car boot sale, see what I can find, see if there are any gems to get on the cheap. 600k, and we go for 2 Dragon Laws and some other crap I can't even remember. Okay, the unpause is in, boys. Renegades lacking helmets on Azza and Yam, and SPUNJ. And Sico, what is he rolling with? Okay, the AWP. So helmets won't be relevant for this round. 4 AKs and the AWP. Sico going for the peak, but he will not be invited to find any chests or heads for now. Renegade with 2 players in the middle of Banana, which makes me think they have a smoke down. Indeed they do. So they're consistently taking control of this. However, they still lost 2 of the 6 rounds that have happened so far, which is a lot this early on. They won't be too worried just yet, but this is going to be an important round for them to win, and win with numbers surviving. With all these smokes, I'm curious as to what Sico's approach is going to be with this AWP, and if he can make himself useful at all. Oh, the peek's coming in. Yam's facing away in case a flashbang comes, but it's going to be a raw peek from BlackouT. No help from Arch, and he will go down for free. Azar finding himself a trade. Pit being held. SPUNJ finding 2 frags. Direwolves are lacking in numbers now. Renegade with double the force, although SPUNJ finally goes down in the pit, but his job has been done. Now he's got a teammate to try and hold on the site. Havoc will fall as well. Rotation coming in from the remaining 2 Renegade players. Azza will find a frag onto Wizard. Now they've got the crossfire, and RBZ finds himself in a similar situation, stuck in the corner of the site versus 2 angry Renegade players. There's the first one down. Cannot find the second duel in time. JKS being untouched, finding the defuse. Maybe he'll find himself an AWP as well, should Vox want it. He'll find an AK at the very least. I think he's looking for the AWP, but it's nowhere to be seen. 5-2. Again, that was an important round for Renegades, but we said they needed to survive in numbers. Their number was 1, which means their economy is still going to be very, very limited. FAMAS coming out for Havoc. You can see how lacking they are in nades. They've got no money in the bank. Azza has not got a single nade here. They've only got 3 smokes, and they're going to use this to push down Banana, get an early frag to try and take an advantage due to their limited economy. And indeed they will. Havoc finding himself 2 frags, although it's being spun back in Direwolves' favour. A team kill coming in there will not help, and Renegades will survive with 2. But again, they're so close to breaking point here. That win will actually afford them considerably more nades. We've got Molotovs as well. Still limited on the smokes, only 3 smokes. But again, you have to credit the decision making, but we'll come back to that later, as we do have both teams on the buy here. Trades coming in on Banana, more trades coming in, but again, Direwolves not coming out on the right side of these trades. Only 1 person down for Azza. Sorry, for Renegade, which is Azza. DANZ, Wizard, Sico, all sent to the grave for Direwolves. Look at the layout of Renegades here. 1 quad, 1 arch, 1 B, 1 speedway. Can quickly rotate on either site. No vision of arch, however, at the moment, as SPUNJ is going to be playing towards the site, keeping an eye on the balcony area should they come in, but it's going to be a B play. They've got the opening frag onto JKS. They've realized he's the only one on the site. Havoc's playing from Speedway. He's going to get a tag, but not the frag. RBZ going to survive with 2 HP for now. They need to get this bomb plant quickly. Indeed, they do. How long will they survive? How many frags can they get? Going for the Heaton and Potty setup here. Havoc getting tagged, but he will find a frag and the second one. It's another round where Renegade survive with 3 players. SPUNJ going to upgrade his FAMAS for an AK-47. Havoc will take an AK through to the next round as well. 7-2 now. Again, some important opportunities where Direwolves have been unable to take the round and break Renegades. Now they will finally have full nades with Renegades. Full nades, full defuse kits. Yam doesn't have a helmet, and he's up against 5 pistols, so we'll pay attention and see if that makes a difference here. Yam, in fact, will be the first to find a frag. That's Nade coming in to take down RBZ. BlackouT going to kill SPUNJ, who was up deep in the apps. AK will be picked up by the Direwolf side. And Renegades will move to more passive positions. They've got a crossfire between pit and sight, with a rotation for Azza to look towards library and arch. Banana will be held by JKS. Things will slow down. Direwolves need another pick to play on here. And they're using the time they have on the clock to wait for one. 45 seconds left for them to find an opening here. But also, as this time goes down, those smokes will disappear and Banana will reopen itself. That may force a rotation here from the CTs. It may force JKS back to the B bomb site. Oh, he's holding steadfastly for the time being. 28 seconds left now for Direwolves to push. And Az is going to get caught short, but he will find a frag despite being dinked down to very low health indeed. Havoc with 5 HP as well. And the remainder of Renegades will clean up again. 3 players surviving. This is doable for their economy. Direwolves have to find a breaking point in Renegades. If they do, then maybe they can string a few rounds together, but it's getting to the point where they're going to have to take 2 rounds in a row to break Renegades here. Just SPUNJ, helmetless now. But again, 4 AKs in an AWP. Unless he gets clipped through the corner of the wall, it's not going to make a difference. So, back to the usual. Smoke's going down. Direwolves jockeying for position, trying to find any edge they can. Boost coming in. JKS holding the angles, using those pillars to his advantage. He will tag Sico a little bit. The AWP will announce itself. But for now, he's doing just fine. Renegades with more aggressive positions on mid actually, and that will cause Havoc to go down first. Yaman and SPUNJ are going to find themselves 2 frags. This time the bomb is headed up towards B, but they've got to be careful for the spray down here. RBZ only had 8 HP. He's gone down. Now the bomb's left on its own. If JKS wins that duel, Direwolves are in trouble. He's going to opt to get himself out of that pressure situation. 2 remaining CTs, and BlackouT looking to find himself a duel, which he will not win. Azza coming in again. Azza is just racking up the frags here for Renegades, and important frags at that. He is currently 14 and 8. Top fragging for the team. Yam picking up the big green gun. Renegades changing it up now. JKS on the AK, as is Azza. Got to meet Azza and Co at Gfinity some weeks ago. Super nice guys. Coming in for a spray down. Solid hold here of Banana. JKS has been rocking Banana on his own for a while, but they're going to have 3 men ready for the Direwolves push. Completely shut down there were Direwolves. It's like when the door goes down in Star Trek, but they didn't have time to barrel roll underneath. They were stuck on the wrong side and starved of oxygen. Direwolves on the eco now, or the force if you will. Tech 9s, armor here and there, 2 flashbangs and 1 smoke. We'll see what the plan is. All headed through apps in second mid at the moment. And again, Renegades taking control. Banana has been shut down this entire match, and it continues to be so. RBZ getting 1 frag onto SPUNJ. Trade after he takes on BlackouT. And now things might get a bit weird here, as Renegades are all on the wrong side of A. But RBZ will lose the bomb here for the team. So this will work out for Renegades, at least for now. 2 versus 1. Azza needs to hold. He knows where DANZ is. Can he find himself the frag? Just about escapes of his life. Goes for the repick. He'll get taken down. Direwolves finally get their 3rd round on the board. But how advanced is the CT economy now? That's the round they needed 3 rounds ago, if not more. And now they'll have an insta full buy from Renegades. So they've won a round, but they haven't won the right round. Full armor. Diffuse kits. Mollies. On the CT side. Lots of mollies on the T side as well. I always want to see more with when a team buys full Molotovs than we're seeing at the moment in any team anywhere. The only exception I would say was maybe like a Virtus.pro on the CT side, especially on Inferno. They use those very effectively indeed. Yam gonna find the frag, waiting for the boost, waiting and baiting, baiting and waiting. And again, Banana locked down, even with that Molotov at top Banana. It's still in control of Renegades, even if they don't realise it, with their passive position. Direwolves are scared to push up now. They've been conditioned. This is not our territory. Renegades have gone down Banana, and they've urinated on all the pillars. They've left their scent. Direwolves starting to challenge now. There's the first frag. JKS going down. Wizard says, we are the Direwolves, and this is our territory now. We will bring our bitches here. B-bomb site in control of Direwolves. Man disadvantage, so again they will get the plant here, but they need to convert this round. Only RBZ remains now, and he'll find himself 2 frags actually, put himself in a quick 1v1. There is the third one. That is an epic trio of fast frags there to take the round. Individual play will bring Direwolves to 4. And they've finally broken Renegades, but they're only going to get to enjoy the break for 1 round. And again, if they manage to break them 4, 5, 6 rounds ago, then who knows what the score might have been. But they'll do it in preparation for the last round. And Renegades, they're still super dangerous. You know, one of the most strategized teams in Counter-Strike, generally speaking. Not just in Oceania. So they will be fearsome, even in defeats, with this kind of buy. Soft flash to take the angle onto the apps. Apps are a precarious place to go when you're facing a force buy from a CT side. Just note how Havoc, while he throws that flashbang, his teammate comes in to hold the angle for him. So if there is an engagement, it will be the engagement facing the pistol rather than facing the man holding the flash. All the little detail, always covered by the Renegade team. They're so good with the small things, and they will net themselves a frag and a rifle. And that will send Direwolves over towards the B-bomb site where 3 CTs awaits them. With aggressive positions and standard positions on the site, on the crossfire. This is going to be a world of pain potentially for Direwolves unless they manage to find all the angles, but in fact it could be a bait and switch from Direwolves as well. Nade's going in towards B bomb site, but they're going to rotate back towards A. 4 men, one of them being an AWP. Havoc though is ready and waiting there. That rifle that they picked up earlier is going to net them 4 frags. What a monster performance by Havoc. I told you, these guys are dangerous even when they're on the back foot. 4-man murder at top mid there from Havoc. When you force the rotation from the Renegade team and 1 man kills 4 of you like that, what is there left in this world? It's anarchy. So Renegades 11-4 as they start on the T side. Pistol round crucial for both teams. Desperate for Direwolves in this situation. Desired by Renegades. He will be full of confidence once again. Ecos. Decoys all over the place, all over the map. 4 men over towards the A site here for Direwolves, just leaving RBZ on his own. And he will have Azza and SPUNJ to try and contest with. He will find both frags. He'll cause the rotation. We've got a second player going over. And an aggressive peek here from DANZ on Arch. He's going to have to move in towards maybe CT spawn as he gets challenged by 2 players. He will fall to Yam. Sico coming in for an assist there. Take down Yam. JKS will find the kill, but he's the only one remaining, and he only has 20 HP. But again, it's a pistol. All he requires is headshots, and who better to do it than JKS? He's on the T side, so you won't have the range on him, even if he shoots someone straight in the head. If he's too far away, then he will require another shot, which is why he picks up the USPS. It has not just better recoil, but also better range for one-shots in a pistol round. However, he will not be able to find any more frags. Wizard taking him down. Direwolves getting the round they so desperately needed. 5-11 in favor of Renegades. So this is their chance to get themselves back into the game here. Going to have a mixed buy. 3 MP7s, MP9 and a P90 there versus just the pistols of the Renegades. Very conservative buy indeed. And I like the fact that they've basically bought no nades. Because in this situation, really, if you're going to go for like flashbangs, smoke and so on, you have to have a plan involved. You have to have something that you want to do with them. If you just bought them and they don't really have a plan behind them, then you are probably wasting your money. First 2 frags going the way of Direwolves. Easy frags. Easy life. Okay, so SPUNJ has taken down 2 frags top mid. Now things are getting a bit nasty for Direwolves. Wizard's position is going to be very, very key. Finds himself 1 frag. Didn't see the player in quad though, and that's going to be a P9 to kill for SPUNJ after the 2 frags at top mid. 3 kills for him so far. Again though, Renegades don't have any armor. We've got a crossfire between pit and sight, which is always important. But there's a crossfire between arch and quad. SPUNJ finding another one. He's going for the ace here. Only BlackouT to find. And BlackouT's got 2 angles to contest with and a smoke. SPUNJ completely rotating his position into watch. And he is going to ace the team. Monster performance by SPUNJ. And how they only had pistols. They had no nades. Close the distance, coming out of Boiler, finds 1 frag, finds 2, Tech 9 putting in great work there. Picks up a P90, then wrecks the rest of the team. SPUNJ, you beast. He will continue with the P90. And now it's his team who will have the MP7, the MP9. Havoc just with the Tech 9. And JKS with the solitary AK-47. He may be the cleanup man if things don't go the way of Renegades. And Direwolves will have no buy, nothing, not even pistols. 4 USPSs and a P2000. And we're looking at 13-5 here. Azza finding himself 2 men with the MP9. That's going to be a bonus $1,200. Renegade's going to be swimming, sloshing in money, rolling in cash. Direwolves with the force. 4 FAMASs, 1 scout onto Sico. Whatever nades they can find. And again, this is what I'm talking about, where the buy comes in from the CT side, and the Ts, they'll know that the economy is hurt because of how those previous rounds went. So you can see Azza continuing with the MP9, SPUNJ continuing with the P90, and 3 of the players on Direwolves don't have helmets, so they're going to be in a lot of trouble here. SPUNJ opening the proceedings with the P90 kill onto DANZ. He's coming in with the headshot onto Wizard as well, and again, no helmet onto Wizard. He's going to go down immediately there. Azza, no helmet on BlackouT. He's going to go down immediately as well. This is what I'm talking about. This is how the meta has changed in Counter-Strike with the boost to these guns, not just in the recoil control when you're moving, but also the money, the bonus money, $600 a kill. RBZ alone with the AK, facing a crossfire. Not much off. Inevitable that he will go down. Direwolves find themselves far behind the score of Renegades. No money in the bank, and Renegades charging towards the 16th round. Gonna have full AKs coming out now finally for the team. As Direwolves will go for the force. They cannot afford to lose any more rounds. The helmets won't matter anymore versus the AKs. Renegade starting to poke and prod. Nice Molotov there. And that's going to leave Sico in a horrible situation. I will have a video showing that exact Molotov very soon, actually. Basically, the way it bursts, it gives you a little corner in the back of the site, which you think is safe, and then spreads there after a second or two. When you have no way to retreat, you've got to run all the way through the fire, and what you just saw will happen more often than not. RBZ, only one standing now versus 5 Renegade players. The bomb has been taken down. Can he find himself a second frag? Indeed he can. He's going to look to pick up an AK, but the flank is already there. And that's going to be that. 15-5 there. Renegades just too strong. Yeah, I'm heading towards the AWP for what could be the last round here. 3 FAMASes, the P90 onto Wizard now. And the Scout onto Sico. Desperate times, desperate measures here for Direwolves. 10 rounds behind. Many match points for the T side. 2-man spray down for Havoc, going to find himself a third. And they are dropping like flies, the Direwolves. A very fast final round and a monster score there by Renegades. 16-5. So, just a great performance all round, a great individual play. Again, situations where Renegades have all their plays on the wrong side. That's fine. We'll just do it. We'll just get the 4-man. SPUNJ getting an ace on an eco round where they only buy pistols and no nades whatsoever. Just excellent, excellent play, as we expect from Renegades, showing why they are probably, if not definitely, the strongest team. But one of their challengers coming up very soon, Immunity, in the next match. Again, we're going to go to a break, guys, set up the next match, find out the vetoes, and we will see you in just a few minutes.